New at 10, local efforts of support continue in the wake of George Floyd's death. At this gathering in Edinburg, people are learning about organizing efforts. One thing to notice, though, is they are encouraging social distancing at their meeting. The threat of the virus still exists. Those tracking the spread are watching and waiting. Here's Channel 5's Kristen Von Pricey.
Several protests in the valley over the past week. This one in Edinburg, estimated at 400 people. Large crowds, close distances, loud calls. A constitutional right inspired now by a national movement.
Of course, if someone is sick,
the concerns about coronavirus.
You need to be aware that you can put others at risk.
Concerns haven't changed among people who track viruses.
What's the concern there?
Of course, I don't want anybody to take this as a political statement on whether you should protest or not, right? That's up to you and your beliefs and what you think is important, right? But we do need to recognize that there are risks when you are in that situation.
Professor Jose Campo Maldonado, an infectious disease physician at the UTRGV School of Medicine, says a major risk, those tiny, unseen droplets in the air that are coming out of people's mouths.
We still think that this is mostly transmitted by droplets.
Spit happens. Droplets like the ones measured here. This video done in research by the National Institutes of Health using lasers to give us a more visual picture. The enhanced lighting allows us to see tiny particles coming out of a person's mouth as they speak. Covering up the mouth with a piece of cloth, helping reduce but not completely eliminating the spread of those particles. When you speak more loudly, the particles go further. Take this hose, for example. Using low pressure, like you would using an indoor voice in a conversation, the particles are coming out, but they're not being propelled as far. At a certain point, they fall to the ground. Turn up the pressure, just like you would when you're speaking more loudly. The larger pressure carries the particles with it over a longer distance before they fall to the ground. This analogy about the kinds of droplets that carry infectious disease.
The louder we speak, doing that will, in theory, increase the number of infectious particles, especially close to you.
That's why your mask is important, to protect you and other people. But keeping your distance is also important, especially in a protest.
You need to keep the distance, which is hard in that context, but I think it can be done, right? It's just a different level of organization.
He says participating in this constitutionally protected activity is possible, but it's best to keep your distance and protect yourself. Kristen Von Pricey, Channel 5 News at 10.